What's up? I'm Ace, and dude, deadass, I just finished watching Peak. I've covered a gang of older shows in most of my videos, so I decided to watch something relatively newer, and damn, I was actually surprised at how much I enjoyed it. The anime is called The 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You. It's kind of a mouthful, and I fully went into it expecting like degenerate trash, and I mean, it kinda still is, but it's more of a comedy and a parody of it all, I guess. Before I go hella into it though, I will be spoiling the show, so if you haven't seen it and you're into degenerate ecchi shows, then I'd suggest watching it. It's a fun watch, to be honest. I watched this recently, and the first thought I had was that it's essentially girlfriend. If you're not really familiar with that anime, it's essentially a show about a guy who's dating two girls and his struggle to keep them both happy, I guess. I made a video on it if you're interested, but basically I didn't really end up liking that anime. I'm not gonna be a hater and hate on this too much, but I do want to compare the two a bit. At first glance, it's literally copy pasted like the same shit. Like, whoa, our main character here dates multiple women and is devoted to their happiness to a fault. But what I didn't know going into it is that there are two key things that make this anime peak in comparison. That being that the show is pretty unserious and leans into what it is, and that the protagonist is written pretty well in comparison. Hitting on the protagonist first, the male lead in 100 Girls is named Rentaru, and he's pretty similar to the one in Girlfriend, but he's just executed way better. From what I remember, the other shitter was just loud as fuck, kind of a moron, and although he was kind, it sort of just was too much. Basically, all of his quirks and personality traits were dialed up to 100, and it led to a lot of moments where I'd die of secondhand embarrassment. I'm pretty sure that was the intended gimmick though, like that's what they were going for. That's what was meant to be funny and enjoyable about him. Contrasting it to the dude from 100 Girls, and I mean, the protagonist in this is sort of all that. It's kind of the same thing, but it's just toned down hella, and I think that made the anime way more enjoyable to me. The best way I can kind of put it is that Rentaru would jump in front of a truck for his girlfriends, but he'd give you a chance to like reason with them and make them stop, making the gag be like, oh, ha ha ha, he's something else for thinking of doing that. Well, instead, the other shitter would just straight up dive into the truck with no regard for anything, and that's the gag, just that he's an animal. This sort of thing goes hand in hand with what I'm gonna say right now, but the overall approach to the story felt better to me. 100 Girls is just way less serious and more fun. The main issue with Girlfriend to me was that they tried to be like an actual rom-com to an extent. Like, we'd get Nagisa feeling insecure or whatever, and we'd go through the whole arc of, oh no, I'm not good enough, I'm a homewrecker. And like, dude, why? I'm watching an anime about some dumb fuck two timing. Why are we being hella serious about this right now? But in 100 Girls, the author for this went crazy and just said, fuck it, we're gonna be a shitty harem, but shit, at least it'll be fun as fuck. Actually, that's another thing I really liked about this anime, like writing wise, and it's that they basically said fuck limits. Why make a show about a dude two timing? Like, just let him date all the girls. And that sort of just opens up the show to cook and do whatever it wants. Basically, what I'm getting at is that I like this comedic approach to the show. Don't get me wrong, it has slice of life, it has its romance elements and dates and stuff, but it's aware of the type of show it is and just has fun with it. Moving past comparisons though and looking at the show itself, it's pretty solid, to be honest. It'll probably be my video title or something, but I went into it thinking that the title had to be some kind of exaggeration or something similar, cause that number seems ambitious as hell. But I mean, he's already dating like 5 or 6 chicks, and at the end of the show they preview like 4 more at the end, so I think maybe the number is dead ass, but this was and sort of still is a concern for me. Because up till now, all the girls are kind of trope merchants, like tsundere, MILF, horny chick, kudere, like in that vein. I feel like there'd have to be a cop out of some sort, right? Now that's some bugging, and there are actually like 100 tropes that you can pull from. But even then, actually, like managing a cast that big seems super AIDS to do, so I don't know. Maybe the series just isn't planned to survive that long or something. I'm not really too sure. But like, although it's cool and free or whatever, it just seems like it also creates a random ass problem for itself. Cause like with 100 different girls and like with the romance scenarios it goes for and shit, the formula we have going on would kinda just get stale, no? I guess I'll just have faith in it and let them cook for now. A season 2 has been announced for the show, so we'll just have to wait and see what's up. Character design wise, I thought the show was alright. The art direction isn't really what I gravitate towards, but it was fine. It's not like awful to look at or anything, it's just kinda generic. The individual characters also were pretty basic. They're not really reinventing anything, not that I was like expecting it to. It's just standard shit and it's fine. For example, like the Kudere has white hair and is seen as generally pretty or something, and like the Tsundere's flat chested and her rival isn't, that type of thing. It's passable. I'm not gonna hate on it. What I will say though is that the male lead is beyond basic. He's literally just like generic main character. I could see this guy being like a silent protagonist in like a visual novel or something. Fuck, actually I looked up their manga designs right now and they all kinda look better. The anime is kind of too glossy or soft, I guess, for the designs to really shine a bit more, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. I'm not really gonna go in depth on characters and what they're like though, since they're pretty much just tropes. It's not really a negative critique or anything though. It works well, but I'd rather not be a drag and be like, oh my god, guys, the horny chick, she acts horny, whoa, and she's in like trope-ish lewd scenarios. Who would have thought? Like, you know, they're all different enough though, and they mesh well together, so it just works out. That's pretty much all I really want to hit on with this anime though. There isn't much to really say or analyze since it's kind of just a fun show. Oh, actually, I haven't really said anything about how degenerate the anime is. I suppose I don't necessarily have to. Looking at the title of the show and kind of just going off what I've said so far, it sort of just gives you a basic gist of what to expect going into it. It's mostly the usual lewd, edgy shit you'd expect in a show like this. I thought some of it was pretty funny, like the fake out lewd shit or the tsundere beating the dude's ass after something deplorable happens. So if you're into that and find it funny or whatever, the show's solid for that. The slice of life and romance elements are also pretty good, so there's just a solid mix of everything. I would say though, I watched this anime in dub and it was peak. The voice actors for it went crazy and I did peep it in sub, but honestly, for this style of show, I have always felt that dub is just the way to go. The jokes tend to hit more, and honestly, the performances for animes like this tend to be solid as hell. I don't want to say they carry the fuck out of the show, because I do want to give the author credit, but it did play a factor in my enjoyment for sure. So if you do check it out, I would suggest trying the dub out. That's basically it though. I haven't posted in a minute, but I should be back for a while now. So look out for more videos and maybe like shorts and shit too. We'll see. Oh dude, my homie did start streaming recently, so peep him out if you like. I'll probably link it in the description. He does like league streams and some variety. There isn't a full-on schedule yet that I know of, but generally around 9 to 10 p.m. PST-ish is when streams start. I tend to be tweaking his chat, so come through, should be fun. For sure though, consider subscribing. I know the lapses in content seem miserable, but I should be chilling now. Like the video, comment, and share the channel and video around too. I cover a wide variety of anime, so there should be a little bit for everyone. New video soonish, probably on Blue Exorcist or something, and yeah, that's about it. Later.